guys. I didn't see you there. Welcome back for today's news. The weather we're having today is looking almost as good as me. Now let's start off today's news with the legacy of Franklin Pierce. 1847 to 1848, Pierce serves in the Mexican War, achieving rank of Brigadier General. The main thing Franklin Pierce is also known for was letting Bleeding Kansas happen on his watch. Bleeding Kansas was a period of violent political acts due to a difference between an opinion on slavery. Bleeding Kansas resulted in many deaths, and that led to his downfall. These acts occurred from 1854 to 1861. Now let's go with an interview with a distant relative of Mr. Franklin, who is over there.
Well, my great uncle Frank, he was born in 1804, November 23rd, in New Hampshire. He sadly died in 1869 in Concord, New Hampshire. He had 4 brothers and 3 sisters. His father was Benjamin. His father was Benjamin, and his mother was Anne. He was born in a log cabin in Hillsborough, New Hampshire. He worked very hard in school and taught himself how to hunt and fish and even fire a gun. He was a handsome boy with curly black hair and dark gray eyes. He was a hardworking child. He learned to love his country a lot. And years after, he found his wife and settled down in a calm city of Concord and gave up politics.
Thank you for taking this time for us to interview you.
Okay, now time for today's weather. Oh, wait, actually, let's skip to a breaking news report with Emily.
Okay, breaking news. We are talking about the 14th President, Franklin Pierce. He was elected in 1852, but he was an unlucky candidate who was against several other Democratic candidates. What made him win is that he was very much against slavery, and he proclaimed that it was reckless and intolerable and hoped that it would not go on any longer. But he was sadly wrong. Though he was very much against slavery, he had failed to stop it. Some battles went on about it, but he felt as if he had no power to do anything about it. But he recovered from that because in 1853, he bought 45,535 square miles of land from the Minister of Mexico, which today is New Mexico and Arizona, which achieved our goal of spanning the United States. And then, Mr. Pierce also opened up trading with us and Japan, which gives us more supplies and economic advantages. But he had a win here, but he lost here because he wanted to expand our southern borders by teaming up with Cuba and Spain. But instead of extending our borders, they ended up saying no, and then we had to sign war papers. So yeah, we went to war. So, as promised to be president, he came up with 3 major propositions, which was, the first one was California would be admitted to the Union as a free, non-slave state. And number 2, the slave trade, not slavery itself, in the District of Columbia was abolished. And 3, the fugitive slave law, which compelled the federal government escape slaves from their masters. Now, how did he win facts? He had a very clean record. He had a solid winning record. He was known as charming, and he had an affable personality, which made him have few enemies. And also, he could win votes from the South to end slavery. So that's all I have for you today for breaking.
Isn't that nice? Do you want to know what else is nice? I will tell you what else is nice. When Franklin Pierce became president, the national debate about slavery had quietened. He is a big reason why there isn't any slavery today. In 1853, Pierce purchased 45,535 square miles of land from the Minister of Mexico, which is now New Mexico and Arizona. This is known as the Gadsden Purchase. Now it's time for our political part of our news. Enjoy.
Pierce served in the House of Representatives. Pierce also defended slavery. He denounced that people thought slavery was a good thing. We're reckless fantasies. He also supported a legislative practice known as gag rule. He prevented the House of Representatives from considering anti-slavery petitions. Franklin was a Democrat. He served a term from 1853 to 1857. He was the governor of New Hampshire. He was an unlikely candidate. Not many people thought he would win, but he did. He participated in the Mexican War and was commissioned as a general in the regular army. In March 1837, he was promoted to general. He wanted to emulate his father's heroism and battlefield record, but sickness and issues did not.
Want to see me again? Then tune in next time. Thank you and good night.